He left me when I needed him the most. I was pregnant, scared, alone. And he had no idea. I was the heir to a $66 million company. But let me start from the beginning. I met my husband when I was young and hopeful. He wasn't rich. I wasn't rich either. We were just two people dreaming of a simple, happy life. I believed in love more than money. I believed loyalty mattered more than status. I trusted him with my heart. We got married quietly. No luxury. No big celebrations. Just promises whispered late at night about forever. I supported him when his business failed. I cooked, cleaned, and worked part-time to help us survive. I believed that struggle made love stronger. Then one day, my life changed forever. I found out I was pregnant. I was nervous, but excited. I imagined him smiling, hugging me, and saying everything would be okay. I thought this baby would bring us closer. But when I told him, his face went cold. He didn't smile. He didn't touch me. He didn't even look happy. That night, he packed his bags. No explanation. No apology. No goodbye. He left me while I was carrying his child. I cried until my chest hurt. I called him again and again. No answer. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. Then I saw it. Photos on social media. Him. With another woman. Laughing. Traveling. Living the life he promised me. And soon after, he remarried. I was destroyed. I had no family support. No savings. Just a growing baby inside me and a broken heart. I worked until my body couldn't handle it anymore. Nights were the worst. I cried silently so my unborn child wouldn't feel my pain. People judged me. They whispered she wasn't good enough. She couldn't keep her husband. She's finished now. I started believing them. Then one afternoon, everything changed. I received a phone call from a lawyer. At first, I thought it was a scam. He said my name. He said my father's name. The father I barely knew. The man who left my mother when I was small. The man I thought lived a simple life overseas. The lawyer said, "Your father has passed away. You are his only legal heir." Then he said the number. $66 million. I laughed. I thought it was a joke. But it wasn't. My father owned a multinational company. He never told me. Maybe he was ashamed. Maybe he was waiting for the right time. But he was gone now, and everything was legally mine. I sat on the floor shaking. The girl who couldn't afford rent was suddenly the owner of a $66 million empire. But I didn't celebrate. I cried. Because money doesn't erase betrayal. Still, I made a decision that day. I would not waste this chance. I gave birth to my child and named him my strength. Every time I looked at him, I remembered why I had to stand up. Not for revenge. Not for pride. But for survival. I started learning business from scratch. I listened more than I spoke. People doubted me. Board members looked at me like I didn't belong. They thought I was just a weak, abandoned woman who got lucky. They were wrong. I worked harder than anyone in that building. I arrived first and left last. I made mistakes, learned fast, and never quit. Slowly, profits rose. The company grew stronger. And so did I. I changed, not just on the outside, but inside. I stopped needing validation. I stopped feeling ashamed of my past. I became confident, calm, and unbreakable. Years passed. One day, I attended a high-profile business event. And that's when I saw him, my ex-husband, standing near the entrance, holding his new wife's hand. He froze when he saw me. He looked shocked, confused, smaller, because I wasn't the broken woman he left behind. I was confident, elegant, powerful. He didn't know the company sponsoring the event was mine. Later that evening, he approached me. He tried to smile, tried to talk. He said my name like he still had a right to it. Then he said I didn't know if I had known. I stopped him. I said, you didn't leave because I was poor. You left because you were weak. His wife stood there, silent. I didn't insult him. I didn't shout. I didn't need to. My success spoke louder than my pain ever could. I walked away. That was my revenge. Not anger. Not drama. Not destruction. But becoming everything he thought I never could be. Today, my child knows strength. He knows love. He knows his worth. And one day, he will know this story. Not as a tragedy, but as a lesson. Never abandon someone at their weakest moment, because they might rise, and you'll never reach them again. If this story touched you, remember this. Sometimes rejection is protection. Sometimes heartbreak is redirection. And sometimes, losing everything is how you find your true power. Your story isn't over. It's just beginning. Broken heart, right arrow crown.